Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Ace here, back with another props video. We swept, I believe, 2 days ago's video. I didn't make a video yesterday because I was out with friends, so we didn't have a video yesterday. But last video was Jalen Green 2.5 threes, Travis Kelce 25 yards slip cash. Then the second play was I forgot what it was, but it went 2-0, so that's all that matters, right? But let's do the recap for this weekend, bro. Or for Saturday and for Sunday. Friday was the best day that we've had in a long ass time. We went up like 9.5 units, and we didn't follow it up that well, obviously, because you're not gonna make 9.5 units in one day. But we damn sure followed it up pretty damn well. I'm gonna show you guys how well we did. So yesterday, Saturday, the Chiefs game. This was a tough game for me. Worthy over 4.5 red. This hit. Kelce halftime live play hit. Kelce over rec yards hit. Schultz live play hit, and then the Marquise receptions from like last week's video. That one chalked, unfortunately. And then these three, whatever, these four chalks. So went 4-4 on this one, minus 0.66 units. So it started off the day poorly. I mean, not that bad. We didn't lose that much, but it started off poorly for my standards. You know, playoffs has been amazing so far. So obviously losing in a game, not what I wanted to do, but this Lions and Commanders game, bro. I'm gonna be talking about this shit like for a week. I'm just kidding, but this game was fucking amazing, bro. You could see this was the list that we had, the final list at 4:46 p.m. You could look at everything, go ahead, do your homework, but literally almost everything fucking cash except for Jahmyr Gibbs rush attempts. So NBA, we swept NBA on January 18th, which was yesterday, Saturday. So we swept NBA. It was Green over 2.5 threes slip. I also took Green for 4 plus threes, Jalen Green plus 165, so a little mini ladder there. That one cashed. It was Tyus over 5.5 assists. That cashed as well. So swept both of them for that YouTube video. And then also had Nick Richards over 22.5 PR halftime live play. So another live play. I'm telling you guys, these live plays, I've been hitting these live plays like fucking crazy. So you guys, like, that's why I always say you guys got to get in the court, not only for every single play that I post, but especially for those live plays, because live plays, that's my best hit rate by far. And even in the Chiefs game, that was absolutely terrible. All, as you can see, live plays went 2-1, and they made back some of the bread in that game. NBA had another cash from the live play, and then SAR over 3.5 3-pointers attempted with the Nico Collins discount that PrizePicks had. So we swept NBA on January 18th as well, plus 2 units on there. But let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you about this game, bro. This was the fucking game. I'm just smiling talking about it, bro. De'Ami Brown over 27.5 yards, cash. Jaden Daniels over 233.5 passing yards, cash. Jaden Daniels over 9.5 rush attempts, cash. Gibbs 60 plus rush yards, and McLaurin 50 plus receiving yards, cash. De'Ami 25. Gibbs 50 plus, and Eckler 2 plus receptions, profit boost slip, cash. Eckler over 23.5 receiving yards plus Worthy 3 receptions, cash. Yami 40 plus yards cash, and then Sleeper had a protected pick, so I posted Daniels 225 plus yards, and Gibbs over 26.5 receiving yards, and McLaurin 40 plus cash. And then the only chalk was Jahmyr Gibbs over 14.5 rush attempts. That was the only chalk of the whole game, and he fucking hooked. Like it was so close from being a 9-0 fucking game. Jahmyr Gibbs, he had 14 carries. He hooked because of a blowout. But yeah, that game was absolutely amazing, bro. Let me go ahead and show you guys like where I posted the plays. It doesn't load, I guess. This was one of the plays that cashed. De'Ami 40 plus receiving yards cashed. Let me look up Jaden Daniels. See, I posted him a long time ago. I posted him like a week ago, I think. Yeah, I posted him a week ago. Yeah. We could go cash, so the cash this one, and then De'Ami Brown over 27.5 receiving yards, posted it like 4 days before the game cashed. Eckler over 23.5 receiving yards cash. This was NBA. This cashed. This was the only chalk. Gibbs over 14.5 RA. Cash. And yeah, so I'm like, people think they may think I'm like fucking faking the recap or some shit. I just wanted to show you guys when I fucking posted those plays. So yeah, that game was absolutely fucking amazing. This is gonna be a long video just because of bragging about the recap. But yeah, that was really good. And then these were the write-ups for the other plays as well. Tyus over 5.5 assists, cash. I was gonna take Maxi over points, and then of course somebody fucking got it bumped right before me, and I ended up not taking it. Green over 2.5 threes, cash. Jalen Green mini ladder 4 plus threes cash. De'Ami Brown 40 plus receiving yards cash. This one cash. This was one of the chalks from the Chiefs game because Marquise Brown didn't hit it. So yeah, it was a really good fucking day. Obviously, as you can see, we made, what was it, 3.4 units just on the Lions and Commanders game. That's the best single NFL game because I only started capping NFL last season, and last season was rough for me for NFL at least. I was doing really well on NBA last season. I didn't do well on NFL last season, so I didn't even do the playoffs last year because I was like, I can't hit shit, let alone playoffs. So this year NFL has been amazing to me the whole season throughout the whole year. And we're fucking hot. I'm dead ass red fucking hot right now in the NFL playoffs. And then today, yeah, made 4.73 units yesterday. And then let's talk about today's plays. Today's plays, we fucking made even more money. Not as much as yesterday, but we made a lot of money. First play, or not first play, but first one here was this slip, Tyler Higbee. All these plays, I'll tell you, all these props cash in the first fucking quarter. You can go ahead and check. Higbee had 3 in the first. Saquon had 70 rushing in the first. Tyron got his reception in the first. Likely got 2 receptions in the first in like 3 minutes. So cash that plus 153 play. Rams versus Eagles list. Stafford over 32.5 pass attempts, that cash. Saquon over 20.5 rushing attempts, cash. And then this slip right here cashed. So we went 3-0 on there, and then also added live plays. Tyler Higbee over 5.5 receptions, cashed, and then Saquon Barkley 25 plus receiving yards, cashed. Both of those plays cashed. So we ended up sweeping that play, or sweeping that game again. Swept the Rams and Eagles game. I'm a Rams fan, so I'm like, I don't really give a fuck about this shit. You know, I don't care about winning. I wanted the Rams to win. I don't care about the bets. But it feels good. So swept that game, and then as for the Ravens Bills list, this was the list. Lamar over 8.5 rush attempts, Shakir over 4.5 receptions, which was actually in the video from like from a week ago. And then Shakir 40 plus yards, and Justice Hill 2 plus receptions. Also posted COD. I posted FaZe minus 1.5 on Thunder Pick, and they cashed for Call of Duty. And then posted this live play, likely over 70.5 receiving yards, which cashed in like the very last minute and a half. And then this one on Bet365, which ended up chalking, but it was only 0.25 units, so it is what it is. But yeah, ended up profiting once again. This was the recap for today. Stafford over 32.5 pass attempts, cash. Saquon over 20.5 rush attempts, cash. FanDuel profit boost slip, cash. Higbee over 5.5 receptions, live, halftime live, cash. Saquon 25 plus receiving yards, live, cash. Shakir over 4.5 receptions, Shakir 40 plus yards, and Justice Hill 2 recs. Likely over 70.5. Live play, FaZe 1.5, minus 1.5 spread. And then the 2 chalks for Lamar over 8.5 rush attempts, which Harbaugh was fucking stupid. He wasn't giving him run plays. And then Bateman over 80.5 receiving yards live. That chalked as well. It was only 0.25 units on that one. So it went 9-2 on slips today, guys. 9-2 on slips. We have 2 more games next week, and then it's the Super Bowl. You do not want to miss it. I've been telling y'all got to join. I gotta know what else I gotta show you. And then these are some of the green slips from everybody. The green slips. There they are. So I had all these green slips from the 17th. As you can see, my boy Josh was tailing. All these are from, well, I posted these as straights, like on DraftKings and FanDuel, but he played them on Underdog and he cashed out. The little Flex Friday that cashed. Aldama points. Excuse me, Bam assists. So he tailed, made a lot of money. My boy Pirate Sticks made a lot of money. And then yesterday as well, we had a lot of fucking plays. My boy, look at all these slips, bro, just from one day. Look at this shit. He tailed. Had that. I posted this one in the chat, I think. I didn't post this as an official play, but I posted it in the chat with, it had another play and it cashed. It was like plus 200 odds. It was Eckler over receiving yards live, I think. So yeah, there are so many fucking green slips from this weekend. I literally have been talking for 10 minutes just about the green from the past 2 days. Look at all this shit, bro. You got 2 in 1 picture. Like, come on, bro. Such a good fucking weekend. Absolutely. Damn. I didn't even know he hit that shit. Holy fuck. Yeah, such a good day, bro. Like, legendary weekend. Absolutely legendary weekend. NBA has been fucking amazing. I didn't post NBA today because I was out last night. And then plays from the other. Like, look at this shit, bro. From one day. These are from one day. One fucking day. Like, it really does not get much better than this, guys. I know that a lot of cappers, they don't like to post a lot of plays, but sometimes I'm telling you, if I like a play, I'm gonna post it. A lot of the times, if I post like a lot of plays, then I will go lighter on them, just because you know you don't want to lose all your fucking bankroll in one day. But if I like a play, I'm gonna post it, and I've been confident after these past few days, and it's been working out. So it's been really good, reaping the benefits as of like all these green slips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 12, 15, 18, 21, 23 green slips in one fucking day, guys. Rocket League as well. Rocket League. So yeah, really fucking good. And then today as well, a bunch of green slips. Absolutely a fuck ton. But anyway, that was a lot of yapping. These two plays that I'm about to give y'all are for NFL next weekend, so the write-ups aren't that long. Actually, the first play is pretty long write-up, and then the second one isn't. But anyway, let's get into the two plays for next weekend. Y'all gotta join the Discord. Let's start off by that, bro. Let's actually start off by that. Join the fucking Discord. If you guys saw that, join the fucking Discord. That's all I gotta say. Pause the video, scroll down, click the link in the description. You will be brought to this website right here. Once you get over here, you will see this. You'll see join. You'll see 3 different memberships, $15 per month. That's all my NBA plays and all my NFL plays, like everything for those two sports. All my NBA, all my NFL, every single live play that I post for NBA and NFL, you're gonna get all of that for only $15 a month, bro. You would have fucking soared over your membership price just from today, just from the last 2 days. You would have made enough for you would have made enough to resubscribe for a whole fucking year. So yeah, there's that price. The $25 per month membership in the middle, that one's gonna give you every single NBA and NFL post as well, every single NBA and NFL play as well. But it's also gonna give you all my Rocket League plays. So Rocket League is another sport that I do. It was my best sport last season by far. So it's only $10 more to get all my Rocket League plays as well. So there's that in there as well. This one doesn't have all the Rocket League plays, but it does have all the NBA and NFL plays. So you're gonna profit on this membership either way. And then 1 year is 1 year, pretty self-explanatory. But if you've never joined before and you want to try out the NBA and the NFL plays for $15 per month, if you click on it, you scroll down here to promo code and you type in 2025 at checkout, you'll see your first month is only $5, guys. $5 fucking. It would have cost you $5 to get all this fucking green from the past 2 days. Like, I'm not gonna be hitting like this every single day, like that's self-explanatory, especially when it's not football, because football I like post a ton of plays for a single game in the playoffs. Like, you're not gonna make all this every single day, but this is what it's been, and that's what it should continue to be. Not like that much in every single day. But it's been profitable every single month since July 2023 when I started the fucking Discord. So or July 2020. Yeah, July 2023 when I started the Discord, like 17 months ago or whatever it is. We've profited every single month. Some months it's only like 1 unit profit. The past 2 months was only like plus 1 unit plus half a unit because it was really rough months for me, which it still ended in profit. So I'm not complaining, but I'm being honest. I'm not gonna be like, oh, we're making 20 units every month. Nah, the last 2 months were rough. Still made it profitable, but this month has been absolutely fucking insane. But anyway, yeah, you can get your first month only $5 for all my NBA and all my NFL plays. So fucking do that, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't really have anything else to convince anybody. That's pretty much it. But anyway, let's talk about the 2 NFL plays for next weekend. The only reason I'm posting NFL is because I haven't started the NBA research yet. I'm about to start it right after I record this video. So right when you're watching this video, I will probably already have NBA plays out in the Discord and more NFL plays for you to lock in for early value, because like all those plays that I posted, almost every one of those, except for the live plays, I posted like a week ago, and we got bump value on almost all of them, and it fucking worked out to perfection. So hoping for the same this weekend. But anyway, let's lock in some more early value. The first play is going to be on FanDuel. It's going to be in the Commanders game. It's going to be Jayden Daniels over 220. When I posted it, it was over 222 pass yards right here. Jayden Daniels over 222.5 pass yards on FanDuel is when I posted it. It's already been bumped a little bit, but it's only a 2-yard bump, so I would still take it. It's up to you. But let's talk about the write-up anyway. So let's get into the write-up. Let's get into the hit rate. So the alt line, well, now that it's bumped, I got to go down to 222.5 pass yards. First off, 2 games where he barely played at all. This game he got hurt, and then this game they didn't need to play. They rested the starter second half. So let's get rid of those 2 games. He's cashed his line in 69% of games, guys. He's cashed this line, and this isn't even including playoffs too. He's cashed in more games. He's cashed in, what did I have in my write-up? He's cashed in 71% of games this year. So the Props Cash hasn't updated it, but he's cashed in 71% of games this year, and he's cashed in both playoff games. He had 268 pass yards against the Buccaneers, and he had 299 passing yards against the Lions. So cashed in 71% of games this year, and in both playoff games. 100% hit rate in the playoffs. The amazing thing about Jaden Daniels cashing in both of these playoff games, his cashing his pass yards line, is that we really have not seen him in a negative game script yet in these playoffs. Yet he is still cashed this line in both of these games. If you guys don't know what a negative game script is, basically if you're losing, right? If you're in the NFL players, if they're losing, they're gonna throw the ball way more often than like if you're winning, you typically want to run and chew clock, and waste time. But if you're losing, you want to throw a lot and you're gonna throw way more and you're gonna get way more passing volume if you're losing, right? So the really nice thing that about Jaden Daniels cashing in both of these playoff games is that we really haven't seen him in a game where they're losing by a lot and they need to throw a lot. He's been cashing this line in neutral game scripts. As you can see, the Lions in this Lions game, their biggest lead, their largest lead was only 7 points. And then in the Buccaneers game, the wild card game, the biggest lead the Buccaneers had was only 4 points. So we have not seen Jaden Daniels go down by 2 possessions in a playoff game this year, and he's still cashed this line in both of those games. So I'm not saying that this is going to be a game where he goes down 2 possessions and it's a negative game script, but what I am saying is that even if it's a neutral game script, this should still cash because it's been cashing in neutral game scripts. We don't need him to go down 2 possessions, whereas some other QBs you might need them. Like Jalen Hurts, you're gonna need him to go down in the game for him to throw the ball a lot. So they've been throwing the ball a lot, and he's been catching this line even in neutral game scripts. 4.5 point underdogs is what their line is right now. The Commanders are 4.5 point underdogs right now, so that means that they should be passing a good amount. Although they've won both their playoff games this year as underdogs, so that's not the most reliable thing to go off of. But I don't see Washington absolutely like dominating this game and then they just go run heavy. I think it's going to be a very competitive game. And if I do see anybody dominating, which I don't think anybody dominates, but if someone does dominate, I would assume it would be the Eagles. And like I said, even if it's a neutral game script, I still like our odds here. He's cruised through this line in the 2 playoff games in neutral game script, so I don't mind that at all. He had 258 passing yards against the Eagles earlier this season as well, the last time that he played them later in the season in December. So that's a very good sign. The Commanders won that game as well. And here's where we get into the analytics. So Jaden Daniels, he's averaging 8.59 YPA, which YPA is yards per attempt. So Jaden Daniels, he's averaging 8.59 yards per attempt with a 69.7% completion rate in the playoffs. Eagles, they play 75% too high coverage. They played 75% too high coverage in the wild card game. They don't have the divisional stats up yet, but just watching the game, they played a lot of too high. This is great that the Eagles played too high. This is great for Jaden Daniels because his completion rate skyrockets to 81.5% in the playoffs against too high. That's a boost of 11.8%. His completion percentage goes up 11.8% in those 2 playoff games against too high coverage, and his yards per attempt slightly increases to 9.04 yards per attempt. That's plus 0.5 yards more than just regular coverage, like just all coverages. So that's a very good boost here against the Eagles that run too high. Eagles will be running a lot of too high in this game. That's always been Vic Fangio, the Eagles defensive coordinator. That's always been a scheme. That's always been Fangio's philosophy, is run a lot of too high. So Jaden Daniels, he will see a ton of too high here. So I love the boost that he gets in his passing volume and his yards per attempt in the playoffs against too high. Also, Eagles have been running a ton of zone lately. Jaden Daniels, yards per attempt skyrockets to 10.47 yards per attempt against zone in the playoffs. Those are elite boosts to his yards per attempt and to his completion percentage when he goes against too high and when he goes against zone, and that's what the Eagles are going to be mostly running. So he has amazing boosts to his production against the Eagles' favorite coverages. Like, why would I not take this prop? Like, after all that being said, I just don't see why I wouldn't take this prop. Like, Jaden Daniels over 222.5 pass yards for 1 unit. Lock it in. Yeah, that's it for that line. And then the second play, this one doesn't really have much of a write-up because it's kind of just like a system play at this point. You kind of just play it no matter what. It's going to be Jaden Daniels over 10.5 rush attempts at minus 104 odds. So last time I checked, DraftKings already bumped this. I think they had it at 11.5 on here. Yeah, they have it at 11.5 on here. So there's clear value on FanDuel. You can get it at 10.5 here for minus 104 odds. But like I said, no write-up really needed for this play. It's just a Jaden Daniels system play that you just got to play at this point in the playoffs. He had 13 rush attempts against the Bucs in the wild card game, 16 rush attempts last game in the divisional game against the Lions. So playoffs are do or die. Like, you have to unleash all your plays. You have to fight for every yard. You got to scramble a lot. You know, he probably wasn't scrambling that much in the season because they don't want him to get hurt. But in a game like this where it's do or die, you have to do everything. You got to run a lot. So I definitely see Jayden Daniels running a ton. His legs will always be a facet of his game, and I don't see the Commanders stopping what they have been doing to win these games now in the NFC Championship. You know, they've been running him a ton these last 2 games, and it's worked. So I don't see them stopping now. Also, it helps that the Commanders, unfortunately, their best lineman, Sam Cosmi, just tore his ACL against the Lions last game. So that's unfortunate for him. Prayers out to him. But in the case of this prop, that does kind of possibly help Jayden Daniels out here because he may see more pressure from that side, from the backup lineman, because it's a backup lineman, right? Of course, they're going to be worse than their starter. So there may be more pressure in his face than last week and the week before without Sam Cosmi, their offensive line being here. So that definitely means that there could be more pressure, which, you know, more pressure means quarterbacks are going to scramble more that can run, and he definitely can run. So that might help him out as well. And just definitely see Jayden Daniels leaving it all on the line here, and Dan Quinn, Cliff Kingsbury scheming him up plays, read options, all of that. So keeping the defense on their feet. So those are going to be the two plays. Both, funny enough, are going to be Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels over 10.5 rush attempts for 0.75 units on that one. And then Jayden Daniels over 222.5 pass yards, which they bumped it slightly. Over that for 1 unit. I did post it on my Twitter 2 hours before I'm recording this video. So the whole write up there and everything. So make sure you guys follow the Twitter as well. Sometimes I post some of my plays that either I don't post on YouTube or I post them before the YouTube. I tweet them before the YouTube video is uploaded. So at Real Ace Picks on Twitter. And make sure you guys join the Discord. Link will be in the description of this video. Click on the $15 per month. Click continue. Go to promo code and put 2025. You'll get your first month for $5. You can't beat that price. So many green slips from the past 2 days. So many more green slips today. Just absolutely so much money being made this past weekend, man. We're going to look to continue it next weekend as well, and with NBA today. So I'll catch y'all in the next video. Very long video, but I had to show that recap off. Now catch y'all in the next video. Peace.